Bang.
All right, here we go.
I like it.
Episode number 1, our official episode number 1 for Even More About Nothing. I'm one of your hosts, Rafiki. To my right,
Mookie.
what's up? Across from the table,
Ace.
we got a guest with us to our left.
Guest. Hold on.
Yes.
Don't.
Okay.
Special guest.
Special guest.
Don't get it twisted.
Every episode
I
is
just walk
a
up in
guest.
here like, oh, we just got some regular people in this one.
Oh,
Yes.
stop it. Y'all got
Okay, let me redo that introduction. We got a boy with us who's been with us since.
Again, stop the nonsense, boy. This is a
That's a
full-grown man. What is wrong with you?
Y'all are not gonna let me live with his introduction. All right, we got my man, my homie. We got Manny Lou. What up?
What up? How's it going?
So we thought we'd bring Manny in on this session today for this episode. I think we got a lot to talk about today. I know I saw a lot of things news-wise during the week. I know I saw some things. D will probably have some things as always. Same with Gibby.
Yeah.
Manny, whenever, just chime in, whatever you got.
Yes, sir. You already
Actually, we'll do this a little different. We'll give you first lead. So
Yeah.
whatever's on your mind, first thing that comes to your mind, you see something you want to talk about, kick it off.
So what's up?
Let's get it cracking.
All right. Well, the first thing on my mind, I guess I just saw that thing with Donald Trump. What did he say the other day?
Oh
He's
my
talking
God.
about, man, this dude. If he's our future president, man, I'm going back to Africa.
Facts!
We got Hillary on the left. We got Trump on the right. What's going on? Like, somebody enlighten me.
I guess we're gonna go there. Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Y'all know what he said? Y'all know what he said?
I don't know what he said this time.
So-
But you know, they was talking about like 2 things you want to talk about: politics and religion. We're breaking that rule right now. Right now, we about to get. I think we're gonna get into both of those today. I feel
You know,
like
our special guest is
You know
already stirring up some stuff.
Okay, so before we go further, there's a new guy that I was working at that I work with today. He started today. And that's one of the first things you don't talk about with somebody new. You're dating, you're on a date. We talked about religion for 2 hours.
Dang,
2 hours.
fire. Anyway,
It was interesting.
so enlighten us. What did the Donald say this week?
Apparently, autism is linked to vaccination.
Bruh, what?
Apparently.
What?
I didn't know that.
All right, so and I
That's
don't.
some baloney.
I'm probably not supposed to talk about things that happen in class for confidentiality or whatever, but I don't care. I'm throwing this out the window. This one chick says, I don't want to vaccinate my children because you just don't know what's in the vaccines because they're injecting your children with a virus. First of all, it's a dead virus. And you know what a dead virus does? It builds immunity. So please keep your clearly miseducated self and your unvaccinated children at home, because don't bring that stuff to my daycare. My little sister isn't daycare anymore.
Yeah.
But like, please don't bring your unvaccinated children around my friend. No, like people, like I feel the stupidity level. At that point, it's not even ignorance. It's just plain old stupidity.
Well,
And
do you remember that tweet or something that I showed you? A dude literally tweeted on Twitter. He's like, why don't women have to get DNA tested to see if it's theirs?
Well, Twitter is like the
What?
central, like
Yeah.
It
Are
comes
people
out.
still using Twitter?
Twitter is the epicenter for stupidity in this country. So, like, I don't. Anybody that says anything on Twitter officially, like, if you say something on Twitter, I might just like chalk it up to you trolling. But like Twitter is officially ground zero for stupidity in this country. I see some things on Twitter. I'm just like, you cannot possibly human. Like, if you have an education, please. Whatever university graduate.
Bro, it's like that video you showed me of that one girl talking
the
about
girl,
there are
she-
over 5 languages in
She
the
literally
world.
starts. There are over 5. There's Canadian. There's
American.
Oh my!
The next time I hear someone say speak American, I might have to slap somebody. No.
Like I'm half tempted. I won't play the video, but I definitely shared it on my page. It's hilarious. It's hysterical.
People are stupid. No, okay, we're gonna get to the religion section. Why not? Right now. Why not? And then this is actually gonna lead into what I want to go into. So I was on, this was Twitter a while ago. All right, so disclaimer, I had a ratchet night.
Right.
I was at the hookah bar with the homies.
Right.
Dang.
And on my way out, we were riding around listening to Kanye because I think All Day had just dropped.
Oh,
How long you run them off? All day. No, so we were riding around in the whip, and I was like, I think Obama had just got his official Twitter, right? And I was like, let me peep these comments. Of course, it was like it was a bunch of hate, a bunch of good stuff, and a lot of just stupidity around. And then some chick was on Twitter talking about, you Muslim sympathizer, don't you understand that Muslims hate black people?
I think I said that.
I'm like, let me load up the ammo clip real quick.
Real quick.
So I tweeted her, I was like, Muslims hate black people? Really? And she was like, yeah, she went into this whole diatribe about how Muslims have this language and
So she actually went into it?
Oh, she went ham. She was like, I have a degree from Pitt State. I'm like,
In Kansas.
no.
spitting facts that don't exist.
I don't even know if it's in Penn State. Anyway, she grabbed Penn State. She's like,
Oh, okay.
I have a degree from Penn State. I was like,
That's even worse.
I was like, yo, my dad has a PhD from Penn State. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about right now? Anyway, she goes this whole diatribe. Muslims hate black people. They have this word for dark people. I was like, you realize Islam is a religion, and if you go to Africa, it's one of the. It is the other religion.
Yeah.
There's granted, it's like Christianity, Islam, and then other, which is like 1.5 billion different languages back in Africa.
Right.
I mean, Africa is a continent, not a country.
Right.
So there's a ton of languages, like indigenous languages, things of that nature. No, but she kept insisting Muslims hate black people. I was like, my cousin is Muslim. He's black. So how can he hate black people? It's a religion. Like, I understand, like, religion and, like, color are two different things, but I understand how she truly 100% believed in the back of her mind somewhere that Muslims just automatically hate black people. I'm like, that's like saying Christians hate white people.
Like, it's like, so if I decide to be a Muslim, I automatically have to hate black people.
I was like, do you know how many black Muslims exist on this side of the world alone? Much less like everywhere else. Like the continent of Africa, for example. How billions of Muslims, and they're all black. I don't know if you saw that. What movie was that? Exodus.
Yeah.
That's misadvertising. If that was real life, they would all be dark skinned. As much as I like my dude, Christian Bale. As much as I love Christian Bale, because Batman, second best Batman of all time. Second best Batman of all time. Second only to Adam West.
Yes. Yes.
Second only to Adam West.
Adam West.
That
Hands
movie
down.
was garbage. Garbage.
Of course it was.
How you do first of all, how you do a biblical movie without a director who's not Christian? Sounds like the source material is a little rigged. Secondly, how do you do a movie about Egypt with no black people in it? I understand this is old at this point, but like, what are you doing with your life? Like a whole movie about a country in Africa and there's not a single black person in the movie, bruh.
That's a problem.
That's beyond a problem. That's beyond ignorance at that point. That's just plain ignoring facts.
But you know,
That all. Anyway, so I had to set flames to her entire. I had to set flames to both her and her husband's Twitter account.
Oh God!
Yeah, her husband tried to get in.
Too?
Her husband tried to get in. I had to set flames to him real quick.
You disrespected the whole family.
Oh man, I loaded that ammo clip. I came with the extendo clip. Yeah, so I had set flames to my Twitter, like whatever timeline was lit that night. Anyway, that leads into the big thing I wanted to talk about, which is the Ahmed Muhammad thing.
Oh, yeah, I did kind of want to touch on that a little bit.
Enlighten me on that.
All right,
the kid that
so
built
Ahmed
the
Muhammad
clock.
is a kid, brilliant kid as far as I'm
that
concerned.
kid.
Yeah,
Okay.
he goes to school in Texas, and he's an engineering student. He loves engineering, wants to be. I think he wants to be. He said he wants to be an engineer.
Something like that, yeah.
So for a school project, they had to make something, and he decided to build a homemade clock. It works perfectly fine. And he took it to his engineering teacher to see what it was.
And to try to impress.
Like he was trying to impress his engineering teacher because he looked up to the guy, and the guy called the
Or was
police
it a
on
girl? I
him.
thought it was a. Anyways.
He looked up to the professor, and the professor called the cops, and this kid was arrested. This kid is like 16.
14. He's
14.
He's a freshman.
Whoa, whoa,
He's a
whoa.
freshman. He's a freshman.
Why was he arrested?
Because he's Muslim. Yeah. So because we don't know if it's directly Muslim, but that's what we're assuming.
That's the assumption that was made. So they thought they were charging him as a bomb hoax.
Yeah,
they're charging.
The charges were dropped. All charges have been dropped.
Have they been officially dropped?
Oh yeah. All charges of officially dropped. And then the dopest thing I've seen in reaction to that is Obama tweeted. Obama tweeted at him, was like, "Cool clock, bring it to the White House." And in my opinion, Ahmed Muhammad and his entire family
just became.
He should transfer schools. Yeah. I think this kid, he says he wants to go to MIT. I think MIT needs to start recruiting this kid now. Right. They need to send him full ride scholarship offers. I feel like they should sue the daylights out of the school district, the school itself, and the state of Texas. It is absurd. It is absurd that a kid in this country does something as building a working clock out of things he finds in his home and gets arrested because he's Muslim and they think he makes a bomb. Are you kidding me?
America.
This is the country we live in, ladies and gentlemen. A kid makes a homemade clock and gets arrested for making a bomb. Get out of here. That had me. I was.
Why would he even take it to the teacher, though?
He was trying to impress his.
No, I'm talking about like if it was a bomb. Like, why would he take it to the teacher? Yeah. Like, why would he be like, "Hey, look at this bomb I made. Don't you like it?" No.
Oh man, it's just that was probably the most frustrating. I don't know about the most frustrating.
It was very frustrating to hear.
How can we expect to create a country that accepts everyone if we like that's my biggest thing. Like I'll probably end here because if not we're gonna spend 2 hours on this thing. But like how in the world can we expect children to want to be the best and be all they can be? Where like if a kid makes a clock, you arrest him. Like thankfully he's not like most children. Most children would like never. Any other child would automatically just never build anything again. Thankfully, he has a positive outlook. He's looking.
He has a mad positive outlook.
Yeah, he's looking to transfer schools.
When I heard his little speech outside his home, that kid is brilliant.
I'm telling you, whatever school that is. Go look up the video. Anyway, what I was gonna say is whatever Winchester, whatever school he's going to, they just lost out on a great alumni because I feel like now this kid is already famous within the scientific community. He's already famous within the scientific community. He's gonna meet Obama.
He's already met Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook guy.
He's met Zuckerberg.
He's Hillary Clinton.
They could have just. I mean, now
Donald Trump.
Now that professor looks like an idiot. I don't even call you professor. That teacher. I don't even call you a teacher. That person just looks like an idiot. The school district looks ridiculous. The police officer that arrested a kid, the 14-year-old, for bringing a bomb to school, you look like an idiot. Everyone involved in the situation besides Ahmed looks like an idiot. Ahmed, just keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. Right. Make something dope one day, and then just be like, "Oh yeah, I could have graduated from the school, but."
All right, let's get things lighter, just in terms of.
Woo, it's heavy.
It's hot in here.
I mean, there's a time. So I was on Facebook, and I like reading BuzzFeed things, and I saw they had an interesting article. Now, Caleb, this is more tailored towards you. It says 32 video games you have to play before you die. I figured we could touch on it a little bit. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire list. I'll just hit some of the more major ones and maybe more iconic ones. So 32, Pokemon, Game Boy. I feel it's a classic. So.
If you haven't already played this by this point, my question is, what are you doing?
You're not living.
Where did you grow up?
Exactly what you're doing.
You don't even have to pay for it anymore.
You know what? Growing up, I didn't have a Game Boy, but my cousins did.
But you found a way to.
My cousins did, and like when they came over, that was it. Like me and my cousin. I'm not gonna put nobody's name out, but me and my cousin would literally just like eat ramen noodles and like just run up to the back.
I put my cousin's name out.
We're up top. We'll just eat ramen noodles and then bust like just head straight to the back room just to play Pokemon all day. Like I would steal his sister's Game Boy and we'd trade all the Pokemon. We would take my sister's Game Boy and just trade all the Pokemon. Man, I'll just steal them. She let me use it.
Let's see. Going up the list. At number 29 was Super Mario 64. To me,
classic.
The one where you went into the castles and you jumped the pictures and you. To me, that was a great play for me. That was one of the few games apart from like NFL Blitz. Yeah, apart from NFL Blitz, for me, I would play this game all the time. Just sit there. When Grant and Brennan used to live next door, that was the only game we used to play. That was Oh, and then there was Mario Kart, of course. Let's see.
But, okay, maybe I'm looking at this from like someone who's heavily involved in the gaming community, but like Pokemon and Mario 64, like my first question was like, who hasn't played these?
Yeah.
Okay, because like, I had I had to put myself in a unique situation where like I've either owned every console out or I've played every console out to date. I mean every single one, dating back to. Heck, even the Atari 64. Now, I didn't own one, but I had an older... Yeah, I played it. I remember the first time I played a PlayStation 1, I was playing Mortal Kombat at a carnival. I don't know how I managed... I don't know how... I don't even know...
I don't think Caleb gets to do in his life. Or just
I don't even know how that happened, but I was... Again, and this is back in Africa. We were... Because we went with my cousins. We were visiting.
All right, that makes sense now.
Yeah, we're at a carnival.
That's how
and like, this, I think this dude was supposed to be working, and I think he just like nah, man, this ride is broke. I'm just sit here and play Pokemon, or I'm gonna play Mortal Kombat, and I beat the brakes off of him. I was cheating because I had Goro, and I was like 7, so the only move I did was like Goro's off-screen jump. Right. So I mean, we got kicked out after that. That was the first time I remember playing like PlayStation 1. I remember it. So my first question is like, who hasn't played these?
Yeah, like I think that's the reason why they're like the first in the list. As far as like they're 30 and all that, because
everyone's played them. So it gets as we go, and like I said, I'm touching just on a couple of them as we go. Number 25, Halo 2. So. As we get higher to the list, then you can start formulating like. Okay. Once we get to the top 10, then we can start like maybe cracking down on this.
Halo 2 is definitely Halo 2. Okay, I'll say this right now: if you're on Xbox and you haven't played Halo 2, you need to because you owe your Xbox to Halo. Halo 2 is the reason that the Xbox is where it is today, and that's not just coming from me. This is coming from Peter Moore, who was literally the president of Microsoft. He was president of Xbox during the time of Halo 2. The man has a November 2nd tattoo. There are many people. Phil Spencer himself, who is the current head of Xbox. Peter Moore, the old head of Xbox during the 360 era. These men have all said the only reason that the Xbox is where it is today is because of Xbox Live and Halo 2. Yeah. So if you're on Xbox and you haven't played Halo 2, do yourself a favor, pick up the Master Chief Collection, and I would say that's the best way to do it. Pick up the Master Chief Collection because it has every single Halo game in there. It has Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. Obviously because they did with Master Chief, and then they have like the upgraded graphics, but they also have the original graphics. So it's really cool to see what it looked like back then and like what upgraded graphics like now. So do yourself a favor, pick up the Master Chief Collection and play that.
Definitely. So moving up the list a little bit, number 20, the Elder Scrolls series. The Elder Scrolls series.
Undebatable. Probably the greatest RPG series of all time.
Bro, you're gonna be playing forever.
Oh yeah, I have to pace myself personally.
I actually I haven't picked this up, but I just pre-ordered the Fallout Anthology, which is every Fallout game out. I need to get the Elder Scrolls Anthology. Thing is, I don't have a PC that can run any of those yet, so that's why I'm not like too antsy to dot up on it. My favorite, personally, is Skyrim, but I put in
Skyrim
thousands. I think it's 15,000 hours in Oblivion.
I still need to play Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls Online is okay. Elder Scrolls Online is like, it's your birthday, but your mom says you can't have cake yet, but here's a cookie.
What?
Yeah. So it's like, it's good enough, but it's
you
like,
know what I really
want the cake.
Right.
I want the cake. But like, nah, you can't have cake yet. Here's a cookie. So that is the best analogy I can give for like Elder Scrolls. It's like, it's not a main Elder Scrolls game, which is the cake that everybody wants. Well, the cake everybody wants right now is Fallout 4. But Elder Scrolls Online is a good like subsidiary. Kind of like I was saying last week, Disney Infinity. It's an amazing game, but for me, it just scratches that Kingdom Hearts itch that's not out yet. That's how I feel about it.
Speaking about that, number 19 is Kingdom Hearts on this list.
Segue of the day.
Wait, the original or
the original Kingdom Hearts PS2? I mean, that's obviously what started it all. Yeah. So I think because of that, that's definitely made this list.
I wonder, like, somebody decided, like, hey, we're gonna take Final Fantasy and mix it with Disney.
I want to be at
that. Must have been the craziest.
Yo, like, just imagine being in that board meeting.
I want to be in that board meeting with a bunch of Japanese men in suits, and the guy walks in and says, "We want to put Cloud in the game with Mickey Mouse."
And then I just like drops the mic and walks out the room.
After everything we've heard about, like, I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's like a whole lot of there was a whole lot of nonsense going on between Konami and Kojima over Metal Gear. Like, after all the stories I've heard about, like, Japanese culture and how strict things are, like, whoever came up with that idea has really got a lot of cojones.
They're
on
extremely creative.
Because, I mean, I give them creatively, but, like, the way they do things is so, like, organized and structured.
So,
so to throw in like
something that's so
they're still literally on the other sides of the world.
Yes,
but I think like with that, it's at the same time as far as like gaming in Japan, like you already know, like their whole culture, they're very strict and they're like very extremely respectful. If you do certain things, you're straying away. Otakus look down on in Japan, so I think just the person who was like they're in gaming, so I feel like. Okay, everyone there already are like really out there as far as like having ideas and
I mean we should probably do a segment of looking into the history of Kingdom Hearts, but who created it, and I know nothing about the creators or developers.
I do. I'm and Gibby, I'm sure you know just as much, but we can definitely do a segment. And we'll get back to Kingdom Hearts later, and I will let you headway that one. So continuing on, 15, God of War 2. 14.
I had to use cheat codes.
Okay. 14 was Assassin's Creed 2. Diablo. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to go through the rest of the top 15, and then we can just go ahead and then discuss, and then we can maybe reorder whatever we'll discuss if we like the order or not. So, 13, Diablo 2. 12, Minecraft. 11, Mortal Kombat X. 10, Metal Gear Solid.
Go back.
Okay, so 11 was Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah. Okay, I would say...
Let's just hear the rest of the list.
Okay.
Hear the rest of the list.
Top of the list.
Okay, so 10, Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation 1. 9, Super Mario World, Super NES. 8, Grand Theft Auto 5. 7, Super Smash Bros. Melee for GameCube. 6 is Sims 3. 5, one of my personal favorites, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. 4, Counter-Strike. 3, Portal. 2, another personal favorite of mine, The Last of Us. 1, Final Fantasy VII for PlayStation 1. So, what are your thoughts on that top 15 for that list?
I would rather... Okay... Personally, and I'm probably going to get crucified for saying this, but I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. I would replace Portal with Grand Theft Auto 5. Personally, that's how I feel. Like, the way Grand Theft Auto 5 is handled is so masterful. I understand Portal is this and that, and I understand what it did for gaming culture and community, but, like, Grand Theft Auto 5 is a masterpiece in every single... Like, that game is as perfect to a game as you can get. Like, there's the main story. The main story, honestly, could be broken down into a series of movies, a series of books, and it would be just as fantastic. The fact somehow they managed to make you play 3 different, wildly different characters from each other. Franklin, an ex-gangbanger, Michael, a criminal turned businessman turned criminal, and then Trevor, who's just a maniac. Somehow they wrote a story and make you play 3 different characters at different points, and it all works. It just works. Like, it works. It's beautiful. Not to mention, like, the main story is beautiful. The side quests are amazing and fun. The online section is just beautiful, which you could actually split Grand Theft Auto. Well, that's what they actually did. Yeah. They split Grand Theft Auto 5 to Grand Theft Auto Online, and it's its own entity. Grand Theft Auto 5, in my opinion, should replace Portal. That's how I feel about it. The rest of the list is awesome. Mortal Kombat X is probably my favorite fighting game yet. I think they learned from what they did in Injustice and Mortal Kombat 9 and made it an even better game. Okay, so then do you like the fact that it's not in the top 10, like it didn't crack it? It's in the top 10, it's just not in the top 5. It's 11. It's not top 10. Wait, Grand Theft Auto 5 is 11? Oh, no. Mortal Kombat. Sorry. Mortal Kombat, yeah. Mortal Kombat is definitely it's the goriest game I've ever played in my life, and it is the goriest. I mean, maybe when Doom comes out, it might get overshadowed, but that game is bloody. I'm a full-grown man, and some of those fatalities had me cringing.
Yo, it's like what Tim said. He was like, it's not even a fighting game. It's literally a murder them.
It's a murder simulator.
Personally, I can't necessarily. I don't really, when it's that. I can't really get into it as much.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's great. I've been playing it for a while with a couple good friends, and I'm nowhere as good as my other buddy. Shout out to Randy, getting YouTube famous out here with Cicada videos. No, it's a great game. It's a very, very technical game, but it's also pretty easy to pick up and play. I'm starting to learn how to count frames in that game. Most people don't even know what that means, but like if you're a fighting game fan, you know what that means. So like, it's one of those games where you can sit down and learn all the moves.
Confession, I don't know what that means.
So like counting frames is breaking down moves to like literally frame by frame movements. So like counting like, is it a low, high, mid, high, low? Yeah. So like it's.
And like when you're really good at counting frames, you'll be better at
it's
playing
that like up like high, low, mid, low. That's counting frames at a very, very basic level. I'm sure the fighting game community is gonna be like, oh, that's not what it is. I don't care. That's the basics of it. But the list. Who wrote the list?
It was just a BuzzFeed article, so it's just something to talk about.
I'll say it this way: BuzzFeed, okay. If it was an IGN video or playlist, I would have stronger feelings about it, because the way I feel about it, like, mass media in general doesn't cover gaming to the degrees that gaming media does, and so I can give them a pass on a couple things. When it's games media, obviously lists are all opinion pieces, so like everyone has a different feeling about everything, so I'd have stronger feelings about it. I mean, you hear articles or from IGN and people are like, this is the worst thing I've ever read, and people are like, this is the greatest article ever, I love IGN, and some people hate IGN. Personally, I like them, I like what they do, I watch them every day, so shout out to them.
I've seen a couple of the Kingdom Hearts videos, and I'm like,
okay, yeah, so we're gonna move on after this. There is a Pokemon, I think it was Omega Red review, no, it's Alpha Sapphire with the water Pokemon on the cover. They gave it a 7. One of the dislikes, too much water. What? Pokemon game. It has a water Pokemon on the cover. Too much water? I don't know who you are or whoever. I think it was whoever gave that review, I don't want to say should be fired, but should definitely
have a discussion with somebody.
We should definitely have a discussion about what Pokemon is. Like, it has a water Pokemon on the cover.
Wait,
too much water.
Real quick, number 6. Okay, I've never really been into the Sims games. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Some of them were kind of fun. I mean,
I really haven't either.
Like, I
really can't weigh on it.
Yeah, sure.
I can't really weigh on that, so I can't say. So, anyways, we're gonna move on. Gibby, you want to take the lead for the next one?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I know everyone in this room is waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out. But it was announced that Kingdom Hearts 2.8 will be dropping soon. I'm not sure when it's dropping, but
they said 2016 next year.
So,
I mean, dropping 2016.
2016 of next year.
So next year.
next year.
2016 coming next year. 2016 period. Next year period.
It's dropping 2016. All right.
So like I can't lie and say like I know a lot about it so far, because honestly I'm trying to do like you do all the time.
I don't know.
Yo, like I'm trying to keep a blind eye for this game, because like I've been missing Kingdom Hearts forever. So I'm like, let me just be able to play 2.8 and just say, okay, I played it. It was a good game. So so what you were telling me was it's going to start from the final mix of Birth by Sleep.
No.
Well, before you move on, what in the hell is going on with Kingdom Hearts right now? There are 99 Kingdom Hearts games that I didn't know existed. It's like Kingdom Hearts 1, 1.5, 1.5 remix, 2, 2.5 remix, 2.5 remix, the remix by DJ Khaled. Another one. Another one. Like, why? Why is this a thing?
So let me just back up real quick, give a quick explanation in terms of the game lineup. And for anybody that doesn't really know the Kingdom Hearts series, as you touched on earlier, it's a mix of Final Fantasy and and Disney characters into one game.
And it's beautiful.
Ultimately, this game, from beginning to end, really is truly about friendship. If you really get down to the nitty gritty, it is a game about friendship on
Naruto.
on a deep level.
What's
it
that?
really is.
Say Naruto. Goku.
So now with the games, you've got, I think, 9 or 10 games which follow a particular timeline. Obviously, one is obviously the catalyst, but then you have games then that sit in different areas on that timeline.
It's
And
kinda
eventually
like-
we'll do a giant, like just not necessarily a giant, we'll do a segment where I can go through and break that down.
Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts.
But 1.5, 2.5 are basically remastering of games that were on PS2 or on like handheld devices. So that way they brought it to current generations without having to, bring them out individually. So that way people can catch up and play while they wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. So the format it
That's
follows.
smart.
The format it follows, both 1.5 and 2.5, is it has 2 playable games, and that third game that's in there is basically a cinematic movie. So you get 2 games with a movie in there, and with those 2 games, 1.5 and 2.5, it covers 6 games immediately, right there, right off the bat. You don't have to go anywhere else. With 2.8, they're now going. That does Dream Drop Distance, which is actually the final game that game takes place after Kingdom Hearts 2, which leads into 3.
Right.
And then there's going to be Birth by Sleep 0.2, which that is the new playable episode that wasn't even in the original Birth by Sleep, whether you go to Japan or you find it here in the U.S. This is a new episode, and that.
Oh, okay. I thought that yours like. I thought
It's a brand new. It's a
story once you went to the.
It's Aqua story
darkness.
because at the end, spoiler alert for anybody, just right off the bat, Aqua, at the end of Birth by Sleep, at the end of her story, she gets trapped in the realm of darkness or the door of darkness. In order to make an attempt to save her friends. Now, the new story that they're writing for this is her. The quick thing that they've given is her in the realm of darkness.
I don't even know who that is.
Aqua. That
And
chick
when we get to it, I will. When we
right
do a
there with
segment,
you.
I was like, I don't know, Sora and Riku and Kairi.
Yo,
we
And
will do.
that is it.
I
That
will
is it.
definitely fill
Wait,
you
and the
in.
Disney characters.
And if,
Well, I mean,
speaking of which, back to Disney Infinity, I might have to go ahead and make this purchase. It might cost me more than I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the Mickey Star Wars figure and get the King Mickey Power Disc that you can only get D3.
You can.
Wait,
That's
okay, so
gonna be
that
money.
King Mickey,
It's
is that from like Kingdom Hearts King Mickey?
Yeah.
Yes, and then there's another unlockable for Disney Infinity, but you have to buy like all the figures, and then you can the
Keyblade.
ultimate Keyblade becomes an unlockable, but they make you.
Hey, okay, so
All
like
that money.
I've seen. So I've seen the King Mickey figures go from anywhere from like $20 to $50. I'm not spending more than $33.77 on it. I'm saying
That price goes
$33.77. No, I'm not spending anything more than $30 on it because it's a power disc. It's one power disc. Granted, it is like limited edition. You only got it if you went to Disney. So D3. So I get why I could get it that high. I'm not paying more than $30 for it. If I can find it for anything other than $30, I'll buy it on the spot. But then I got never mind. Yeah, I can get the Mickey the Mickey figure for cheap. But it'd be something cool. It's like it's something to scratch that even, and that sounds so weird. To scratch that Kingdom Hearts itch a little bit harder.
Now,
Yeah,
also, I don't know if you noticed, you saw the news about 2.8, but what they didn't do, they did the pre-announcement for Tokyo Game Show.
TGS.
It was a pre-announcement, and then later, I think it's happening today, Tokyo time, or it happened already.
I thought it was happening yesterday.
It's going all weekend.
so-
It's going all weekend
Tokyo
because
Game
Square
Show's
Enix has a segment on the 19th, and it's on the list. But what they did was after they revealed 2.8, the very next day, so yesterday, they posted a trailer. The funny thing is that they posted new footage of Kingdom Hearts 3 before the new 2.8 trailer. So it's a lot of the same levels, but it's different moves and different aspects on how Sora moves, and I think a lot of
So the gameplay is going to be
fluidity.
different.
It's definitely gonna be different than the last three in terms of
Yeah.
just how the character moves and.
Here's my thing, and this just like confirms my suspicions even more. 2.8 isn't coming out to 2016.
Yo.
Well, yeah.
Kingdom
With
Hearts
that-
2.8
with
is not
that
coming out to
said,
2018. Originally, I was saying 2017.
But it's not
But
coming
with
out.
that-
It's not coming out to 2018. That game's not going to see daylight to 2018. Which, here's my thing. Square Enix is also this is like the same Square Enix that is not only remaking the remake of Final Fantasy VII, they're also doing Final Fantasy 15. Not to mention they still have Final Fantasy 14 that is like the online game, which is making this rate. They're just wheelbarrowing money.
Well,
into
so-
Square. They're just wheelbarrowing money into Square Enix.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is just going to end up being another Half-Life
Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be a great game, but that game's not going to come out for a long time, which makes me scared for this Final Fantasy VII remake, whatever. That game, I don't think that game's coming out till 2020. People are like, 2017, you were dreaming.
Yeah.
You have fallen asleep
Because-
on a Tempur-Pedic mattress thinking the game's
It
coming
depends because I definitely agree that Kingdom Hearts won't come out till 2018. That's because the team that's working on Kingdom Hearts is working on Final Fantasy 15. Okay? So there's that. But as far as the Final Fantasy 7, I don't know what team within the Square Enix company is working on Final Fantasy 7 might come out 2017. We might get lucky and might come out that early. But I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But with that being said, Manny, you got anything else?
You
What you got?
Not a damn thing.
Oh, man.
I know what Kingdom Hearts is, and that's about it. No.
What else is on your mind? What you got?
Shoot, what's on my mind right now? I mean, honestly, it's the Royals game. I ain't gonna lie.
He's more worried about the Royals game.
Hold up.
Speak on it.
I did. Oh yeah, you were gonna say something?
No, I was saying just speak on it. What's on your mind with it?
Oh, we making a comeback.
That's all you got?
Yeah. Okay. So when we started off talking about the Ahmed kid or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm in Mohammed.
Have y'all heard about this Ted Cruz booster kid or whatever?
No. So what happened?
So he was calling out, I guess, Obama and saying that he's losing control of the White House and like giving examples of like the shootings and like the Black Lives Matter movement, and he's saying pretty much blaming Obama, and then he says pretty much saying Obama can't even take care of all this going on, but he invites he invites a clock kid to the White House, pretty much just like trying to.
It's just.
It's more political bargaining.
Yeah, we
and so
just
here's my
forget
thing.
about
So
it,
from
yeah.
what I heard, the kid is 13.
14.
14.
Which
Not
one?
not Ahmed Mohammed.
Yeah,
the
this-
booster.
Oh,
Yeah,
the other Bush
he's
kid.
13.
The boost kid is 13. Like I feel like
I just thought it was funny what this dude this dude posted about him on Facebook. I don't know if I should read it or not.
go ahead.
People can find that.
All right, go read it. I mean, might as well.
It's about nothing and everything.
All right. Get the bleepers ready.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I mean, hey, go ahead.
I'll let you. Read it.
All right. This little Tom blank.
Oh, no. Hold up. Let me.
This little Tom blank just salty as blank. He'll never get invited to the White House. LMAO. Like the real kid, your chance of going half as far as President Obama or even as Ahmed is about. Oh man, see, here's my thing. So I understand. Okay, here's my thing. People are going ham on this kid right now. He's 13. I feel like he's misguided or doesn't understand. And like,
There's always two sides.
yeah, there's two sides to every story, and that's again, it's a headline. I've learned that headlines are meant to spark anger, and like
Obviously.
even like the way the art
If it wasn't that way, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
yeah, and that's the way. Even the way articles are written are meant to like spark controversy. Especially, I think we talked about the Idris Elba thing. Yeah, how about Idris Elba? The headline was like, Idris Elba can't be 007 because he's too street, and everybody went ham on the director. They were ready to have that man on a stake.
You know what's funny?
What?
Shortly after that, this week, I saw articles talking about he helped do a fan made film about him being 007.
Oh well, that's cool.
I don't know if you saw it. Have seen it.
Well, Idris Elba is now he's now playing this movie as an African warlord on Netflix, and that looks super interesting to me. Personally, that looks super interesting.
Beast of No Nation?
Yeah, Beast of No Nation.
Looks so
I don't know what
good.
that is.
On Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Whatever that is, that looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
Idris Elba, actor, plays James Bond in mashup trailer. Oh, that's cool. I mean, but like, here's the thing: the director, he mentioned like one or two other black people. He said that he would love to see as James Bond. He just thought Idris Elba was a little too street. Beast of No Nation, I think, is what it's called.
No Nation or No Nations or something like that. Like
Idris Elba is quickly becoming my favorite black actor. He's got a couple ways to go. I mean, Denzel is still number one because Training Day? Training Day? Can we say Training Day? I gotta give a shout out to my pops for letting me watch that at an age that was way too young to let me watch that. We watched it way too late. My mom was upstairs asleep when we watched that movie, and that's still today my favorite Denzel movie.
Your dad is on another level at times.
Man, my dad's a G, straight up. Get well, Pops. He's not doing too well. He's had some health issues, but he's better. Send prayers and wish him
send prayers. Yes.
But yeah, so what were we talking about? Idris Elba before that. Anyway, so I feel like people just judging this kid. I feel like, there's two sides to every story. I mean, God knows how his parents are raising him or teaching him or telling him. Like, my thing is I hate when, and I'm probably gonna get criticism for this again. I don't care. I hate when African Americans in particular, but not actually minorities, but African Americans in particular, work very hard. And there's two things I'm being about. Work very hard to get out of poverty-stricken situations, and then make it, quote unquote, make it to the suburbs, make it to a higher wage income, a higher tax bracket, whatever, and it still aren't accepted. But instead of like doing whatever they can to bring up the community, they turn that. They turn around and start hating on not hating, but like they don't.
Right.
Yeah, so essentially they make it out the hood and then start acting bougie, act like you weren't in the same hood.
Like turning on your own.
Yeah, it's like turning on your own. So like you make it out the hood, all of a sudden you're too good to go back to the hood, not forgetting that you grew up in the same apartment complex with the same roaches that these kids are living with now. Just because you worked hard and so I understand that you worked hard, you worked your butt off, you took out student loans, you did whatever you did, you got a good degree, you got a good job, and you made it out. Not everyone is in that position, and not everyone finds themselves with the opportunity to make it out. Everyone says, if you want a better life, go to school and get a better job. I know people today who have graduated with amazing college degrees and still work at Starbucks. I ain't saying no names, but you know who you are. I love you so much. You worked so hard for that degree. I hope you get a job soon. But why in the hell are you working at a Starbucks with a degree in chemistry? This is a brilliant person, has a chemistry degree, graduated with a 4.3, is working as a manager at Starbucks. What? Yeah. So I hate when people and this is for anyone in general, I hate when people make it, and Donald Trump is probably at the top of the, you work hard, you struggle to make it out of a tough and difficult situation, but then you turn around and act like these people don't deserve to have a better life. So that kind of thing pisses me off, and I feel like maybe he's in that situation, maybe he just doesn't understand. Mm-hmm. Maybe the kid hasn't been taught about, he's 13, he should know about racism and God knows what he's being taught. God knows what he's learning. But you should know, this country is this country is very racist. I don't care what anybody says, but it's especially racist towards Islams. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Muslims. The Islams. Oh man, those Islams. No, but I feel like no matter how far we've come with race, I feel like as bad as black people feel we have it, Muslims have it even worse.
They really do.
They really do.
They can't walk down the street
without being
really
called a turban head. Lord have mercy.
It's just sad because of everything that's been happening. So they just get marginalized.
They get marginalized. I saw on 9/11. I was called the dark side of 9/11. How Muslim Americans, and these are people who were born and raised in this country, will get spray painted on their house. Never forget, leave our country, this, and that. And I was like, so things like that sadden me. And I kind of wish we would. There's a point that needs to happen, and I think our generation or the generation. I feel like our generation has to be the spearhead to cause change in the mindset of people, And then we have to not only teach and educate ourselves, but educate the younger generation about, okay, this is what happened, this is how we have to change things. Otherwise, things are never going to change, and we're just going to get another Donald Trump 50 years from now. But anyway, let's get back to some more fun stuff. Gibby, what's going on with you?
Score update. The Royals and the Tigers are going to extra innings. Just wanted the world to know that.
The Royals are playing like KU. They can't. KU basketball. KU basketball.
Oh.
They can't like KU basketball. Last year, KU basketball couldn't play to save their lives in the first quarter, but they were always dope in the second half.
Yeah.
Always dope in the second half.
Hey, they just live for the drama.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I don't understand why. When that happened like 3 years ago, we just became a second half team. KU basketball just became a second half team. They just weren't focused in the first halves, or we would have good first halves and then crumble towards the middle halftime.
Speaking of KU basketball, how you think they're gonna do this year?
You know what? It's Bill Self and Bill we trust, and that's all I'm gonna say on that because I'm scared. This is the first year I'm just like, man, what are we gonna do? But then again,
they got some good freshmen.
We always have good freshmen.
Check the yellow dude from one of our countries.
Yeah, one of our countries. We got one of us in there.
So Gibby, what you got on your list? What you got on your list?
About Donald Trump.
No, let's not go back.
Alright, so there's like this article that I saw. It was just like top 10 most powerful anime villains.
Okay. Boys. I will let you start this list. Just go through it and we will discuss it.
I'm about to go through real quick. At number 10 is Light from Death Note. Does anyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never watched Death Note.
Redhead dude with the book that can kill people.
Yeah, he writes the names.
Isn't he like the main character?
Yeah.
And he's a villain?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
That's how to do
That's
it.
why my brother really likes that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I liked it, but I was like super into
My brother.
it.
Yeah.
We need to get Phil on here for an anime episode.
We really do. All right.
Phil, we need you.
Shout out.
We need you, Phil.
www.askphil.com. I don't know. Ask Phil.
Alright, number 9 was Madara. Uchiha from Naruto.
Yes.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Okay, number 8 is Blackbeard from One Piece. I'm not up on there, so I can't.
I'll get to that later.
Number 7 is Father from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Boys! Yes!
Wait, but look at their placement.
He should be higher on that list.
Alright.
Just wait.
Number 6 is Aizen from Bleach.
No. You never got to the end of the series.
What do you mean?
I didn't, but
Yo, I
didn't need to.
No.
Wait a minute. I seen homie get bodied.
You got bodied.
By who though?
But he should go bodied then.
No. Let's back up. In the manga, he's so much more powerful than they portrayed in the anime.
Okay. Well,
So,
okay. Let me
anime-wise, I can see where you're coming from. Yes, he got body. He
Because
got
that's my
messed
thing.
up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like when Ichigo came with the full brain, with the full black hair, homie got bodied. But remember, put his body bag in a body bag. It was bad for dude.
Ichigo said, give me 3 more body bags. I want to need them.
It was bad for dude out here.
after Huecamuda though, it's a different
Don't
story.
get me wrong, but Aizen was a very powerful villain.
But anyways, just continue with the list.
All right, number 5.
We will.
I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but Ichigo's Bankai. You know, the dude with the black cloak.
Oh,
yeah.
Villain?
Yeah.
Is it
As a
villain?
villain?
That's what I said.
Technically,
Well, yeah, if you think about it.
technically,
Yeah.
Like a
I see
good-
where they're going with that.
Yeah.
All right, Miriam from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
Hunter Cross Hunter. I'm not
Yeah,
sure how
Hunter
you.
x Hunter, yeah.
Okay, Frieza from Dragon Ball Z is number 3.
keep going. Keep going.
All right, number 2, Perfect Cell from Dragon Ball Z. And number 1, I'm pretty sure you guys can guess this by now, but Kid Buu from Dragon Ball Z.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, let's look at this for a second.
These placements are like what's messing me up.
Give me this. Kid Buu, I can see being in the top 5, maybe
Yeah.
the top 3, maybe you could make a
Kid Buu
case.
is not above Perfect Cell in my opinion. But
Wait, Kid Buu not above Perfect Cell. Kid Buu is so much stronger than Perfect Cell.
I mean, I
We ain't
like
saying
Perfect Cell because I got to see it.
Perfect
ain't
Cell
saying
was
strongest,
strongest, but no, here's.
I got to
saying
see
the
it.
best- the best-
But no, most
Is it
powerful.
the most
It's the
powerful?
most powerful.
From 10 to
Most
1.
Powerful. Now, Madara sitting down at
Yeah.
9?
Yes.
At 9?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, he should be way.
Firstly, I want to say that I think there's some bias. Whoever wrote this article,
Because
I believe they're Dragon
all
Ball
three
Z
Dragon
fan.
Ball
Dragon
Z-
Ball Z
Just happened to be in the top 3. I don't think that happens.
I don't agree with that.
Here's my thing. Anytime like one anime dominates the top 3,
you already know.
There's
It's
a
like-
huge bias. So if you created your top 3,
They got paid to.
What would
Whoever
it be?
created this article, if you want to come on this podcast, we got a little something to talk about.
we will Skype you.
so
in.
your top 3.
Top 3 anime villains. Oh, here's my thing. My villain list is kind of different because like the way I see villains, I can't do a top 3. My favorite villains, and this is in order of my favorite villains, and people are gonna be like, villains, what? My favorite villain of all time is Zabuza from Naruto.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, I just want to say, like, when you said like the whole villain thing, yo, a hero can't be a hero without a good villain. Villains are the best.
I mean, Joker makes Batman.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So it's
ultimately
like-
what it is.
Which
Now,
brings
okay.
me to my. Okay, I guess that doesn't qualify as an anime. Dang it. But Father is such a dope villain.
He really
Tell me more
was.
about
I see why they had him
this. Tell
so
me more
far.
about this father person. I don't know.
Bruh.
I can't. Okay, I would say I can give you the password to my Netflix and you can watch.
We're giving out Netflix codes out here, bro.
I can give you the password to my Netflix and watch. And what I like is that they did specify from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because Brotherhood is definitely
Brotherhood was better.
way better than
Yeah.
Brotherhood is the way to watch.
The fact that they had him at 7, I was like, why? Father
That's-
was so
that's-
strong.
Anyway,
It took
so,
everybody to gang up on him.
Yeah, so I would put number 1 would be Zabuza.
Yeah.
2 would be Father,
Took a whole
and
war.
3 would be Kenpachi.
Now here's the thing.
His
No. Hey, hang on. Hear me out for a second. I'm not disagreeing with your list. I'm not going to argue with your list.
Yeah.
You're looking from a character development standpoint. This is talking about most powerful. This is not talking
as far
about.
as, like, their
this is
power
not. This is
levels.
the best villain. This is who is
talking
the most
powerful, power level.
Okay,
Yeah,
And-
yo,
and-
like,
and-
if we get some scouting
We're
right now,
We're talking over
power level,
9,000.
like, yeah.
We're talking over 9,000.
Okay, and
stuff.
this is the way I see it.
9,001.
Of the, and this is my thing, and like if we're gonna go into lore and all that, we can get into lore. Of the seven samurai swordsmen of the Hidden Mist, Zabuza is the strongest. Zabuza. I can't
He
say
says Zabuza.
I say Zabuza.
Of
The seven samurai
yeah.
swords. He's the strongest of the 7, and they are one of the most feared assassins in the Hidden Mist. Period. In the show, Zabuza is the first villain to push them to their absolute limit.
so true.
I mean, he pushed Kakashi to his limit. He pushed Naruto. Sasuke. I mean, Sasuke was a beast up
And
until
that
that
when
point.
Sharingan.
It was the
Sharingan
first time he activated
activated.
Sharingan. It was the first time we saw the
fox.
tailed fox.
Yeah.
He pushed them so far to their limit that they had to. It's kind of like a Goku thing. He pushed them to the limit, and then they had to overcome. And as a result of Zabuza being so strong, they became stronger. I don't want to say they became stronger. But, okay, the children did, but we learned more about how strong Kakashi was. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
We learned about Kakashi's strength, but I would say the kids grew stronger.
I would say, like, as far as I would put him on the list, but he'd be like far, like, 10.
I mean, for me.
Yeah, but like with Zabuza,
He wasn't
And he
that power. Like
it's like a Frieza situation. It's a Frieza
It's a
situation.
Frieza situation. But you see,
Yeah.
for me personally, I can see the whole Zabuza being. I don't like to consider him more anti-hero-esque because
And I know it's
because of his
hero,
ending.
anti-hero.
But you know,
And, like,
it's
okay,
a
because you see
conversation for
him at
another
the
day.
kind of like
You read the
Obito.
manga.
It's a conversation
Obito,
for
I
another
love
day.
Obito.
Oh yeah, and then and like the reason I put
really
Kenpachi
love
as third, Kenpachi honestly probably is. I feel like Kenpachi is
Kaguya should have been on the list.
the strongest Soul Reaper, and
Yeah, which I think
I feel he is.
in the manga he starts being able to hear his sword.
Yeah, I
so he
don't
starts
think-
to have the ability
Here's
to
my thing.
slowly be
Yeah.
able to awaken the power.
Here's my thing. He is like in every single, and I'll
Wait, Kenpachi, he the big dude?
yeah,
No,
he's the
with the
one
eye
with all
patch.
the hair with the eye patch.
He a villain?
Oh, that crazy?
He's
dude?
not really
he starts
a
out a villain, but he's a good.
because of
Wait, but everybody that's
No,
on
no,
the
no.
I
side
was gonna say everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. That's my point.
except Rukia.
Wait, real quick.
Okay, Rukia
Wait,
and
time
the
out.
2 dudes with dual swords.
Wait, no, wait, listen, wait.
Because-
So, I don't think everybody in the Soul Society were villains. It was actually Ichigo who was a villain.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like, if we're talking about the Soul Society,
If we're looking from the character, from the perspective of the main character, he saw the Soul Society as the villain.
And at that point, his biggest villain wasn't even like Old Man Yamamoto, who was a beast. Old Man Yamamoto was the genius of the G's.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. He was really addicted to executing people because like every time I saw him, he was trying to execute somebody. Like,
Yamamoto, here's my thing. He doesn't play games. He's like, you about to catch this L. You're
about to catch a meat.
You catch this meat. No, anyway, so I mean, the two guys, I can't remember my names. The two guys who wield dual swords were never really. They weren't really opposing anyone. They were like.
See, I don't even remember.
Yeah, so this is way back. Here's the thing. I feel like Kenpachi, and especially if you watch the Hueca Mundo arc, I mean, he's one of the dudes that just kind of walked in and just kind of started beating people's heads in, and then he always limits himself. The reason like Kenpachi is like the Superman of the Bleach storyline. We never really know how powerful he is because he's always somehow he's always getting stronger. Somehow he's discovering new power. Superman,
because that was a very funny limit that they placed on him from the beginning. The ability not to hear or talk to his sword like everybody else already like in a sense, I don't want to say cuts his power, but already you know that
there's a cap.
Yeah.
There's a cap there, and he hasn't even opened it yet.
So much potential.
Yeah.
He hasn't opened it. The moment he opens it, he's like that soda that fizzes out and just keeps going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
And the dope part about it is like without him like saying, "Hey, I don't have the ability to match my sword." He's still a captain, still one of the feared captains, and he was one of, like I remember one arc. I think it was one where the Zanpakuto, it was a filler arc that I watched and was really pissed that I watched it. Zanpakuto had come alive.
Oh yeah, that
filler.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Can we just talk about Bleach and their fillers? Like,
I don't want to talk about it.
That's a conversation.
Anyway, there was one.
That's a whole. That's why I read. Just read it.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Zanpakuto had come alive, and Kenpachi was like, "So, you mean I'm supposed to be scared of you?" No, he was out there beating heads in. He was out there collecting heads. The man. I rearranged that. I put him at the top. Well, favorite is still Zabuza, but as far as power levels, I put him and then Father and Zabuza.
Like he got up there with the handicap, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying the man.
He got up there real quick.
All right, so so I guess you're up now.
I'm up. I mean, you took my top 10. I was waiting to use that one. All right, now okay. Let's go. Actually, let's go a little old school here.
Pegasus. Pegasus was the dope villain.
Oh no, we talking about Pegasus.
Pegasus, he was dope villain. A little bit of fruit. But still a dope villain.
I don't know. He gave me like this Michael Jackson vibe.
We talking Michael Jackson. We talking Orochimaru.
I mean, pretty much the same person.
I really like Orochimaru though.
Orochimaru, like how he first came.
So I got a solid confession to make right now. The other day I broke down and decided to buy some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? Tell me why I got all 3 Egyptian gods in there, bruh.
Because these kids nowadays. These kids nowadays don't even realize what you can buy. Yo, that was gold.
Oh my god! Let me bust out this box for you, bruh.
Unboxing video coming soon.
Exactly. Like it's on a red eyes.
How much did you get?
So okay. So here's the obelisk right here.
That's cool.
Then Slifer.
Wait, got it. How much did this cost?
Oh, $30. It was
actually not bad because like the original cards were like, God, wait a minute,
with a blue eyes and a dark magician and a red eye.
If I would have seen these back in the day, I'd be like, yo, those are all fake cards. You might as well throw them away. And then somebody printed those.
And then you'll walk in the next day like, look what I just got,
bro. Okay, so like, look, when he showed me the cards, right? Mm-hmm. I came here, he left the room. I was like, okay, I'm about to take it back to the day. Nigga straight up stole the cards, and then came up the next day and showed him like, hey, yo, look at these cards I just got.
And you look through your deck like, yo, I swear I had these cards. Like, hey, look what I got just 2 days ago. No, you stole that from me yesterday.
You stole that from me yesterday.
Anyways, so that was a good little buy. So
are we
you know,
moving on to the what we spent our money on section?
Oh yeah, we'll do that. We'll do this. I guess I started this money to blow segment.
Call me what you want, but you can't call me broke. Money. Pull up with that chopper and a telescope.
So obviously my money to blow this week was definitely on these cards, and to be honest, I'm kind of gonna want to frame these, and it actually came with a dope map, like Yu-Gi-Oh mat. You know how you used to have that map on how everything lays out. First of all, on the backside,
That's a hardcover.
it's a hard one too. So you got
hardcover.
this, and then the maps on this side with the 3 best duelists from the
Seto
original
Kaiba.
one.
Hey.
Seto Kaiba,
Joey
Yugimoto,
Wheeler.
Joey Wheeler. So that was
Legit.
it was a legit buy. It really was. So that was definitely probably my biggest purchase of the week. Didn't go too crazy this week. I'm actually proud of myself because some weeks it gets kind of bad. So that's definitely my purchase. All right, who's next?
You want my purchase of the week?
What's your biggest purchase of the
Even
week?
our special guests have to do it.
Man, this is sad. It was a tuna sandwich at Subway.
Okay, wait. He doesn't know the rules then. All right, so look, the thing is, we can. If we put food, everybody gonna be going. But it's like something. It has to be something tangible, like something that you
It's
can
tangible. It was tangible.
It was tangible.
He ain't lying at the moment.
He ain't lying.
You know what? He's special guest. Don't even matter.
The rules don't matter on that one.
Rules.
Gibby, what you got?
If I could remember something better, I'll
All right, we'll come back to you. So Gibby, what you got?
All right, I bought some stuff for my hair because I have dreads and I gotta twist my hair and stuff. I got like this cap.
What you using?
I'm using some lock-in gel. It's like
Is it the beeswax?
no, not beeswax. I don't want to build up, but it's like mango and lime.
Yeah.
You got like some Jamaican dudes like yellow and green. And then I got
Man, that's that black. That sounds like that black market stuff.
and then, like I got like this dread cap. I got a case for my MacBook and a carrying case for my MacBook, and I just bought a fisheye lens on Amazon like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I kind of went wild last week, so I chilled this week. I don't think I bought anything yet, but tomorrow's still coming, so we'll see.
Wait, hold up. I remember. I bought a yoga ball.
Yoga ball.
Wait. Why? Just to have one.
To do yoga. No, just for my living room, just to chill with.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't gonna go into details.
I don't know if I bought anything. I didn't buy any clothes. I looked at some gel light 3s.
I really haven't bought most.
Yeah, I looked at some gel
kimono?
light. Yeah, the one with the split tongues. I might have to make the move and just get the kimono navies because they're just too beautiful to say no to.
It's a good colorway. It's just that split
so
tongue.
good. I mean, like, so a homie had them on and it didn't look that bad on feet. It just, I think it would bother me knowing that the tongue is split. I still might make the move. Like, they're on Undefeated. I probably shouldn't say that because people can run on by them. But yeah, go ahead, pick up a pair. They're amazing pairs of shoes. I don't think I spent money on anything.
Right now.
I'm actually saving my money for FIFA 16 and NBA 2K16, which both come out next week. Busy week for me. Other than that, I don't think I spent money on anything. I've been spending most of my time playing games. So we'll just transition to what we're playing this week section. A lot of Destiny. I'm gonna let you guys go ahead because I'm probably gonna go a little long on my Destiny segment.
Gunner, you start.
Yeah, so Manny, since you're new to the podcast, so this is the "What are you doing" segment. So this week we're gonna talk about what are we watching, what are we playing, video games wise. If you're not playing video games, are you doing something like? Are you playing a sport? Are you doing like any like physical activity, like flag football, basketball league, summer league, whatever? So this is the "What are you doing" segment.
So what you got going?
I'm starting.
Yeah, you start.
All right, what do I start with?
Whatever.
Whatever you're doing.
Like what have you been doing this week? What are you up to lately?
This week I just been I'm a schoolboy, so just been taking classes, and I had my field work, which that is working at the hospital. That was pretty dope. Got to see some stuff in live action. Video game, not a gamer, but been working out a lot. My life is so boring.
My life is so
Let's see. What am I watching? Oh, Community.
Okay.
Oh, that's a dope show.
Yup.
That's a dope show.
What else?
That's it. I mean, whatever activities you're into.
Yup. Story of my life.
Schoolwork.
Schoolboy.
Schoolwork and basketball.
Schoolwork and basketball. Ball is life.
Gibby, what you got?
Well, I've been skateboarding a little bit more lately. It's been raining, so I haven't gotten a chance to skate today. I've been working, school, music that I'm listening to currently.
Ooh, that's good.
I'm listening to some Travis Scott, his rodeo album.
Fire!
Trying to step
He
away
was
from
on
it.
highly questionable.
Fire. No, I didn't see that.
Oh, this dude. All right, no, continue.
I tried to step away from the album, like I know someone else did, and
You know, I really
just
haven't
can't
listened
do
to Travis Scott.
I got the deluxe album in the whip.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd pull him up on that Apple Music.
I went ahead and I went back and I downloaded Childish Gambino's Because of the Internet and just started listening to that again.
Yeah.
And while getting down, went ahead and got the Aladdin soundtrack. Please don't judge.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it for this week.
Okay. I guess it's my turn at this point. So for me this week, I mean, in terms of watching stuff, I've been doing quite a bit. Went back and watched that old show that used to be on Toonami. It was also an anime. It's had a couple different remakes. Cyborg 009. For anybody who remembers that, I don't know if you guys do.
I've heard of it.
It's where you follow this kid, Joe Shimomura, where he's framed for, or he's, I guess, quote unquote, framed for a murder he didn't commit, and he wakes up on an operation table, and he's eventually turned into a cyborg, where you have this evil organization, Black Gate, that's trying to take over the world, and now you've got these 9 cyborgs that they still have part of their humanity, and then they're trying to stop Black Gate from doing this world takeover. Very, very deep for a 2000 show that at least when it was remade in English dubbed at that point. So I've been watching that. I've been watching the show Vixen, which ties into the Flash and Arrow universe. Anybody who is a Flash fan, anybody who's an Arrow fan, and is about that life, Vixen right now is a good watch. What they're doing is 6 episodes leading up to the season premiere of those shows, 5-minute episodes, just introducing Vixen, starting to introduce magic into the universe. It's a really good watch. Good thing I like about it, Grant Gustin and Stephen Amell, both Green Arrow and Flash, voice their own characters. Cisco is in it, Felicity's in it, so
Love Cisco.
I love the way that is actually rolling right now. It's a really good watch, even just it being 5-minute episodes. It just gives you that quick burst. Each and every short episode gives you something, gives you information. Something important. So, with that being said, let's see what else I got going on. I mean, it's just been packing for this China trip now at this point. Not really. I played a lot of the FIFA 16 demo while I have the times, and I'll have to wait till I
Go ahead and tell him about your new job.
Hey, man, this is not for
My man over here is pushing it at the country club. He over here eating.
Yo,
He over here eating. He eating.
This is the Front Street segment.
we're not adding. We may have to have.
That's all she wrote.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
No, that's not happening. That is not happening. Stop that right there. You don't want those problems.
You heard it here, folks.
Low key, that may get slipped in. Just packing and watching some shows and playing some FIFA, getting ready for the game to come out. So.
Oh, by the way, what I've been listening to, I just listened to that new Andy Mineo album. If you haven't heard this dude, he's a really great artist. I mean, I guess a lot of people term him as a Christian rapper, but he's a great
artist.
rapper. He's just a dope artist. He got John Bellion on the album, which, if you don't know this dude, my favorite artist right now, and it's a good listen, so go listen to it.
Okay. We are not promoting him by any means, yet we are.
He ain't, I am.
Okay.
We don't get paid to promote, but we'll do it anyway.
Shout out. Say what you want. All right, I guess let me go in. Let me get everything else out before I get to Destiny. Listening to a lot of Rodeo. Oh, so good. Rodeo's so good. Took some time away from Rodeo to listen to the Weeknd's album, and it's still probably my Weeknd album is so good. Oh man, those are two. Like my car. If anyone has seen me drive within the last week, I've listened to like the same song over and over again. Those the Weeknd's album was phenomenal. Rodeo was phenomenal. Can't wait to see those first week numbers. I think they should be out by now. Anyway, what am I watching? A lot of NCIS.
I used to watch that.
Watch like 2 episodes of One Piece today, and then watch 4 episodes of NCIS.
I feel like NCIS is always on at your crib.
Forever.
Yes.
Forever. Like NCIS is forever on. Like I don't know how I haven't finished every single episode of that show.
Right.
But I'm on like season 4. Anyway, like still on NCIS. I'll probably be watching that for the rest of my life. I don't care. I'm phenomenal. So I said what I'm listening. I'm not playing any sports right now. I'm lazy. But I am switching my diet up a little bit. Cut the carbs out. So just...
Are you going on...
No
Again?
carb. Not
Again?
a low carb diet.
Again?
No carb, yeah.
Did you do that?
No.
I did it last
I
summer.
remember we went to Burger King or Burger King or Mickey's.
That was the worst.
He said,
Okay,
so can I get a...
let's back up for our listeners here for a second. This has got to be the funniest moment that I've ever seen anybody attempt a low carb diet. My boy Manny runs a 5K and he's hungry, so we're like, all right, let's go get something to eat. We rolled to McDonald's and Caleb goes to the counter and he's like, hey, can I get a low carb diet burger? They first of all,
They might as well have just gave me nothing.
Yo, real quick. Let me give people like some sort of visual. Think of a small, like, teacup saucer, and take 3/4 of it out, and that was it.
So it was the bread bun.
It wasn't even a bun.
It was the meat that they gave him was smaller than the buns, bruh. Smaller. You know what they threw on?
And wait. So like
Cheese.
They threw cheese with some pickles and some ketchup. I was like, yo.
bro, it's like a serious thing on their menu or something.
I passed the thing and that's what. The worst part about it is like
It wasn't food.
Yo, they're trying to be funny.
They handed it to me in a giant salad bowl. So it made it even smaller. They handed me one piece of meat with a slice of cheese, some ketchup, and a pickle on top of it in a giant salad bowl. And it was like, hey, here you go, have a nice day. That's coming to McDonald's. I was so offended.
The sad part is he paid like $3 for it.
I felt you did pay like $3. I felt something. I was like, if I'm paying $3, at least give me some like.
It wasn't food.
Give me more. I didn't know what to do. I was so stunned that they had the audacity to hand this out as a sandwich or whatever they call it.
Cute.
I mean, like I would have think you think they would like at least like do 2 patties. Nope, just 1 patty. Like here you go. Have a good day. Salam alaikum.
That
so-
stuff was too funny.
I was done.
I lost it.
All right, cool. So let me get into this what I'm playing segment. I played a little bit of Metal Gear. I'm a bit of a completionist, so I'm probably never gonna get anywhere with that game because I'm trying to get 100% on Ground Zeroes before I actually start playing Metal Gear. In honesty, I played thanks to EA Access. I got to play FIFA 16 early. So if you have EA Access, it's $5 a month on Xbox One only. You get to play 10 hours of the game before release. So you get access
On Xbox?
Yeah, it's only on Xbox One.
Don't you got a PS4 also?
I have a PS4 as well. Yeah. So on Xbox One, you get 10. So you get access to the game 5 days early, and you get 10 hours of it. So I played about an hour. I'll probably go back and play some more.
And that's 10 consecutive hours, right?
No, yeah, it's 10 hours of play, not like 10.
Yeah, it's
not a countdown. Yeah,
that whole thing that happened.
Yeah, so it's
yesterday.
10. You get 10 gameplay hours. It used to be 6 hours. They bumped it up to 10. Shout out to EA. They're doing really dope stuff right now. So all of that was just prepping for Destiny. I didn't get to play as much Destiny as I wanted to because work and school and some family issues. But yeah, Destiny. Taken King is here, and it is a real thing, and oh my god, I don't know how I'm going to play any other game. That game is so much fun. So, if you don't know, it's the biggest content update, considered an expansion akin to Cataclysm and other, like, big MMO expansions. It's the biggest expansion to come to the game. They've reworked the map system, not the quest system. They've reworked the leveling system. all new weapon XPs. So I'm just diving into that right now. The raid was today. I haven't really kept up with who won like the raid race. The big thing about Destiny is every time new content comes out, people are on a race to beat the raid. I don't know who beat it this time. I'm gonna follow up on that. But it's just a lot of fun. For the first time in a long time, since going into Destiny, like there is a sense. In general, like patrols, there's a sense of like apprehension because the enemies are just really powerful. These are just regular everyday enemies you face. They're just powerful. There are ads out here that throw Kamehamehas at you. There's one dude is invisible and he literally hurls fireballs at you. Guys with shields that they can shoot through, but you can't shoot through. But obviously, the more powerful you get, the less of a threat they are. My only thing is like, Oryx, the main boss, is supposedly the strongest enemy we've faced so far, but at least not until I haven't seen the raid content, so I don't know how powerful he is in the raid. The story arc was great. I love what they've done with the story mode. They've added new cutscenes. The voice acting is phenomenal. It's better. It's not phenomenal, but it's better. So it's phenomenal compared to what it was. So much better, but it's still not quite there. I feel like Bungie needs to go a little further, deeper in the story, because the story was still just like, hey, here's 3 missions here, here's a cutscene, 3 missions here, cutscene, 3 missions here. So it's still just like 9 missions. I want something more like 12 story missions that really go in depth. Like, I beat it in like 2 hours. I want like a 6-hour piece of like story content. There's still
one challenge.
Yeah, it was. I mean, at first I didn't really feel like the dude was challenging because like the first time he hit me, like I didn't feel anything. Then I realized if he really makes contact, it's a 1-hit kill. And I was like, okay, so he's a bit of a challenge, but I still didn't like feel threatened. So that needs to improve significantly for whatever next comes next. But I'm having a lot of fun with Destiny. I'm over, like I said, 1,500 hours in, probably pushing 1,800 hours after the next couple months with here. But year 2 is gonna looks like a lot of fun. So looking forward to getting into that. Upcoming is a lot of 2K. 2K. I really wanted to talk to us about this. So 2K is working with this other company. NBA 2K is working with a company, and they've got a few college teams licensed to play. So in the story mode, so My Career, whatever, you're actually gonna get to play some high school games, college games, and NBA games.
What college teams are in it?
There's 10 of them right now. I know Texas is one of them.
Is KU?
KU is one of them. Arizona State is one of them. That's the ones that I know that are confirmed. But yeah, so there's some schools that aren't like it's not necessarily the NCAA, but through a third-party company.
That's good. That's good because it kind of bringing back that whole NCAA.
Yeah, especially NCAA games
Which
don't get made
miss.
anymore. Yeah. I think the college teams that are on the 2K story mode are going to be more popular. I think the NCAA should jump on board with 2K and just license
whatever makes them money, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, they should license. I think all the teams should.
First,
be
they got to
licensed.
start paying their players, but that's a whole different.
That's a whole different podcast. No, so
not pay. Sorry, compensate.
Pay.
They're athletes.
Pay those boys. You guys make billions a year. Pay those boys.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to 2K. I'm not the biggest FIFA fan in the world, but like I said, I played the FIFA game. I had a lot of fun with it. Looking forward to
Not NHL.
I don't care about that. Not in the slightest. I don't care about that. So September is almost at the end. October is around the corner.
Blue October.
Ooh, I'm waiting for that Nathan Drake collection, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. And then just Fallout. I'm just gonna lose myself to that game.
We may not do a podcast when that comes out.
Yeah, when Fallout comes out, I don't know.
Sorry,
Fair
folks.
warning. We may not get some episodes out. There'll be a gap. You'll just wonder where we went.
Disappear.
There'll just be a gap.
Just know Fallout exists and it's a thing. Yeah, but so now I get into what I'm anticipating. Like I told you before, Fallout, The Division. The Fallout and The Division. When those 2 games come out, I cease to exist as a human being. I'm just gonna be playing those games. Yeah, so I think we're about to wind it down. It's been a fun podcast. My name's Mookie. Find me on Twitter, Mookie833. Instagram, same thing. Add me on Xbox Live, Mookie833. PlayStation is the real Mookie833.
Yeah.
I stream on Twitch sometimes, trying to be more consistent about it. It's still the same thing, Mookie833. I'll spell it MOOKIE 833. It's not that hard.
So before we really sign out, let's back up. Where can people find us? those who are just tuning in for the first time, where can they go to find us?
We're on SoundCloud, and thanks to the dope work of Mr. Rafiki over here, we're now on iTunes. So search
Sir.
Even More About Nothing. Yeah, search Even More About Nothing. We're officially on iTunes. Super dope. Appreciate it. If you're listening, appreciate you. If you haven't been listening, thanks for tuning in.
Contact us on Facebook as well at Even More About Nothing. If you want, if people still do it, you can email us at evenmoreaboutnothing@gmail.com. But who really emails anyways? But it's there.
Yeah.
So
real quick before we do the last sign-offs, YouTube incoming. We might break the podcast down into segments, like do games about nothing, sports about nothing, life about nothing. And break it down into smaller segments, more chewable, bite-sized pieces, so we can really go in on these subjects we have to pull ourselves back from, or else we'll just talk 3 hours about. I could talk for 3 hours about Destiny alone. I kid you not. I can, and I will.
I could go in 3 hours on Kingdom Hearts alone. So
See, it's a thing. So I mean, we'll mess with ideas. Let us know what you feel. Let us know what you want to hear from us. I know we didn't talk about comics much this week. We might get into more of it next week.
Yeah, there are definitely some things out there that I will definitely want to hash out. So hopefully, probably for me personally, it'll be in about a couple weeks.
You're gone. Yeah, you're gone.
I'll be gone for the next couple weeks, so I definitely won't be around, at least not until next month. But I know definitely Gibby and Mookie will hold it down for you guys.
Hey, Manny, tell them where they can find you.
Manny Lou. That's it.
You know, nothing about Manny Lou.
You can find me on IG, Snapchat. I don't use a Twitter anymore. Manny Lou.
Gibby.
All right, you can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Demiris07 or Demiris15, Snapchat Ace Oliver, and if you search up anything relevant to this podcast, I should be tagged in it.
Yes, sir.
All right, and that's for me, Rafiki. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter at Black Rafiki, on Snapchat at Black Rafiki30. So, and then as well, anything on the podcast. So, with that, I think we've come to an end, and we are signing off, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Deuces.
Hey.